Been waiting a long time to get back to the octagon. Now that it's almost here, how do you feel?
I feel great. You know, with my return, training camp and everything, I feel great, man. I feel great to finally come here to Phoenix and fight. As soon as I was presented with the possibility of fighting here, I was on it. You know, to fight in front of my family and friends. I'm from Arizona. I grew up here. I've competed here my whole life. So it's just great to return here in Phoenix.
You went to school a few miles down the road. Does it make it any, like you said, does it make it any extra special that you're making your return? It just happened to be here in Phoenix?
Yeah. Again, like with the time that I had off, I wasn't sure when I was going to come back. You know, I didn't have a set date or anything. It was just when I felt ready and everything, then I would come back. UC called me and asked if I'd want to fight in the Phoenix card, first card on ESPN. It was a no-brainer for me. You know, it was a yes right away. This is a place that I've always wanted to fight in, so just super happy that I get the chance to do that this weekend.
How did wrestling at ASU prepare you for your MMA career, and just how much do you like representing them when you go out in the octagon?
ASU, I would say, you know, gave me the blueprint of the type of fighter that I am today. You know, from high school to college, it's like what you learn in that wrestling room will take you on to take on like life lessons, as well as what I've done here in the sport. You know, my wrestling background is something that I use heavily when I fight. But yeah, it all has to do with the things that I've learned at Arizona State, wrestling there. Great experience. So again, to come back, fight here in front of the fans, this is a fight that I want to give people. You know, I want to give my home state.
Were you hoping or even expecting like a bit of a home court advantage like on Sunday?
Of course, yeah. Just again, with me growing up here, the family and friends that I have here, I expect a huge applause. You know, a huge amount of people behind me when I come out and supporting me. So. I'm expecting that, and you know, just to feed off of that energy, definitely.
I know you're a big Suns fan. Are you a fan of all the Phoenix teams, or are the Suns your favorite?
Yeah, fan of all the Phoenix teams, Diamondbacks, the Coyotes. I grew up here. I'm a big fan of all the Arizona teams.
Who's your favorite local athlete of all time, or favorite Suns player? Or?
Charles Barkley, probably. As far as basketball. When he had, the NBA Finals against the Bulls, I was rooting for them, you know. And then I just like the kind of person that he is. You know, he's extremely funny on camera. He's just a funny dude, you know. And out there on the court, I mean, he for being basketball, he was always aggressive. You know, he got aggressive. He talked trash. So I've always been a big fan of his as well.
What kind of challenges does a guy like Francis Ngannou present for you, especially with you being out of action for so long?
Yeah, Francis is just a striker, you know, like one of the deadliest strikers that we've seen in the UFC. He hits extremely hard. He's a big guy, athletic. He's extremely strong. So, I mean, he possesses all those threats. Yeah.
You feel like your journey back to UFC won't be complete until you become heavyweight champion again?
Yeah. The reason why I do things is to be the best. You know, I'm not coming back just to do 1 or 2 fights. I'm coming back to be the best again. You know, and I believe I can be. That's why I'm doing it. So yeah, this is why I'm back.
I know you mentioned a day or two ago possibly going to WWE one day. Do you think that's something you could pick up pretty quickly if you went that direction?
Very possibility, yes. I got a chance to train with WWE for about a week just to see if I could even do it. You know, it's similar to wrestling, but it's obviously its own different sport, and there's a certain way of doing it. I took a keen liking to it, and also I think I was a very quick learner on it, you know, on doing it. So whether it's WWE or Lucha Libre, I think either one of those things is something that I could definitely do in the future.
Guys like Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey who have made that crossover, does that make you believe that that's something you could do as well?
Yeah, I think it's very possible, you know. Exactly. With the guys that have fought in the UFC to go ahead and do WWE and vice versa. It's very possible to do. You know, it's its own sport. It's something that would need a lot of practice and refining, but it's something that's very, very doable as well, yeah.
I know you beat Brock in the octagon. Would you ever want to get in the ring, in WWE ring with him?
Yes, I would love to as well. I'd love to get in the ring with him, maybe a rematch in the ring, yes.
And this last thing, for casual fans who maybe haven't gone to a UFC fight in person, what would you tell them about buying tickets and coming and see you guys on Sunday?
You're going to see the best athletes in the world, and the best athletes in the world of combat sports, where guys are high-level boxers, black belt in jiu-jitsu, Olympic caliber wrestlers. Again, guys that have learned every part of combat sports and made it into their own thing. Every guy has their own styles. You can see different style of matchups between two guys. And it's a sport that even though one guy may be better than the other guy on paper, anything can happen. So that's the beauty about sports in general, but especially here in the UFC.